I deal with this all day, every day. All day, every day, I see PPO versus HMO. I can see it. I know it when they discharge from whatever a nursing facility or a hospital. I already know in my mind it's going to be accepted or not, or what's going to happen, or what. I don't know. I'm not an insurance person, but I've done it enough times. Yeah. I can pretty much see. Sometimes people will ask me, "Will my insurance be covered now until we run it?" Because sometimes what it is, what you think you have, when they run the numbers, is not necessarily what it is. So break it down for us a little bit. You hear the Blue Cross Blue Shield PPO, or your little Aetna, your little Cigna, or you hear what's in Humana. What's the difference between a PPO basic and an HMO?
Okay, so PPO is a provider preferred organization. Okay, what I always explain to people is that is the Cadillac of health insurance, meaning that Cadillac, you can take it anywhere and get seen. You have a larger network of providers that will see you and willing to see you because you're paying a little bit more, and by paying more, you have a umbrella of providers that can help you. Okay, HMO is a health maintenance organization, and that's kind of like a Ford Tempo, man. It's old, it's getting around, but it can only go so far. So HMO is a smaller network where you just have a few select providers that you can see, and you can't go outside of that. If you do go outside of that, then you have, costs that insurance will not cover, and you will be paying a lot out of pocket. So
you ain't taking that on no road trip.
No, you ain't taking that. You staying local. You staying local.
Real local right there, brother. You got to get there and get on back.
That's
brother.
it. That's it.
I love it. So where is your team located? And I think you already said who some of your teammates are, but where are you guys? If someone wants to get a hold of you, wants to come see you, wants to talk to you, how can they get a hold of you? Where are you located?
So we're in Gulf Breeze. Like I said, with Bay Bridge Insurance and Financial Solutions. Once you go over the bridge, look to the left, you'll see Bay Bridge Insurance. And you'll see Bay Bridge Insurance with a Florida Blue and Prudential sign. And that's how you'll know that, hey, that's where we're located. So we're there Monday through Friday, helping the community out. And
that's awesome.
Any way we can.
It's awesome. I almost missed my turn when I went to go see the people, brother.
It's tough.
You get over that bridge, go in, pump the brakes, slow it down. Innisfree is back there. Innisfree does a good job. So tell us a little bit there, and we appreciate that. Your biggest obstacle. Okay, everybody's got obstacles in their job, obstacles in their day. It can be different for everyone else. For me, if I'm a sales rep, I got different companies that can be out there. And really, it's not even them, it's me. I'm my biggest obstacle. A lot of times, I got to make sure that I'm prepared. I got my routing plan. I know what I'm going to say. I got to get in there powerful, quick, be able to talk to the providers, manage whatever. For you, what is your biggest obstacle for your day and your job?
It's probably about the same. In order to help people, you have to be in front of people. So I am constantly looking for people to get in front of. Like earlier this last week, I was out prospecting, and I just randomly just went to a retirement center. And I talked to the head person, and I said, "Hey, this is who I am. This is what I do. I would like to be your Florida Blue rep for your facility." This facility probably has about 2,000 people. So that's a lot of people that you're in front of, being able to, possibly help them out. So that's the biggest hurdle for me, is getting in front of the people so that I can explain to them what I have to offer, can answer any of the tough questions that they may have that they will not be able to ask because they're just stuck in their situation or where their location is and they can't get out.
Yeah. Two things that ran across my mind when you said that is, number one, I got to get you with me when I speak, because there's opportunities that I'm having to speak, but I think the financial piece, the medical piece, I think that's so important.
Yeah.
So we got to make sure we get linked up so you can do that. And then number two, my dad and I used to talk about this all the time. The church used to be a place where people got educated. And I think we might be dropping the ball. I don't care what church, I don't care where you are. You should have people in your church coming in talking about finances. You got phone insurance. Why ain't you got life insurance? You got car insurance. Why aren't we insuring the most important thing, which is us? And I think education, budgeting, finances, retirement, those things are church. And I'm not saying all churches, but we got to do a better job. That's the Sunday morning. You're gonna get them.
You're preaching.
Have them come in to speak to a small group or Sunday school or whoever. But I just think we gotta get back to doing more of that. Because that's an audience you're going to have.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got to definitely work on that. You might have said it, I think, a little bit earlier. I think I'm 65 and older, but who is your target audience? Who are you targeting that maybe someone's listening or someone's going to watch later that says, man, I can help Tracy. I could get them here. Who are you targeting?
That's a great question because I'm targeting all ages, but specifically I'm targeting those that are disadvantaged. Single mothers, raising 3 kids. Hey, we need to get them covered.
Mm-hmm.
Elderly, 65, 65 years of age and probably don't know anything about the healthcare system. I need to get you covered. I'm gonna say this. It's gonna be funny. Day and Buki that are kind of running around right now, a little lost. I need to sit down and look them in the eyes as a man. Hey, I get it. You chasing whatever bag. You can be a entrepreneur. You can be a professional. If you're a man, if you chasing the bag and you put it ahead of your health, you're dead wrong because you're not gonna be here much longer. So I'm targeting those disadvantaged ones that are in those spaces.
Yeah, that's great, man. Educating people. I mean, we've got to constantly be educating. So I started a nonprofit in January. So we got to get you plugged in.
Congrats.
I mean, that's good. I appreciate that. Helping majority of ages 14 to 30. So every Sunday, once a month, June 30th is going to be our first launch where we'll be talking about different things about life, character, life coaching. Ages 14 to 30. What would you give them as advice? High schoolers, we just don't know nothing. Get in your 20s, you learn a little something, still trying to find out. We don't know. Get to your low 30s, 30, 35, you're starting to find some things out. Then you start to think, well, I really don't know much, but I'm starting to learn and listen to people. Right. That age group, what would you tell them? What would you give them advice? What would you say, hey, here are some things that just across the board, if you get it early, it'll save you later? Or what would you say to them?
I would say, follow the roadmap that you and I follow. I don't know every detail about you, but I definitely know this. What I've always done is I've always kept an open mind. I've embraced everybody and all their ideologies. Okay. And I do not judge them. I've fallen in and out. And
that's good.
I take what is good, I keep it, I take what's bad, and I just let it go. Stay positive, have a faith base was big for me coming out of my environment because my environment was very it was very toxic. I'm just being real with you. It was very toxic. So, I always stay positive. And I almost, kind of brainwashed myself. When it wasn't positive, I turned it into a positive because of my mindset. I changed the narrative in my mind, which made my reality positive, and I kept growing from that. So finding a mentor as well. So
that's good.
Finding a mentor and just staying positive.
That's good.
And being your authentic self.
Yes.
It's okay. It's okay to be who you are.
Yeah.
And some people will not accept you. Some people will.
Yeah.
And guess what? God is going to put you with the people that are supposed to be with you in your circle. And if they're not, that doesn't mean they're not bad people. They're just not meant to be in your circle. And that's fine.
And I love what you said about being open-minded. You don't necessarily mean you got to accept everything, but you got to be able to listen. I think Steve Harvey said it, man, and he's successful. And I love listening to stuff that he says. He says, just listen to people. We don't listen enough to what people have to say. You don't have to do everything they're doing, but you can take a little nugget from a lot of different people and apply them to your lives. He said, that's what I've done in my life. I've just taken nuggets from here and there. And he said he's applied it, and that's been amazing. What would you tell your younger self? That 4, 5, 6-year-old, 8, 10, 12-year-old self. What would you tell them now to get them prepared then for where they're going to go?
I think I would tell myself that, you have purpose in life. You're going to do greater things than you could ever imagine. So that is exactly what I would tell myself. I have purpose, and that greatness is in the future for me. That's what I would tell myself.
That's good, man. We got different people watching. What's the biggest support or biggest need you have? How can people in the community help you? This is your chance to sell it. Go ahead, T-Money. Sell yourself, sell what you need. And when they say you have not, because you has not. When I go to the doctor's office, I'm going to tell you right now. People say, what you need? You sure you want to? Right. You sure you want to know? I'm going to tell you. What are some things that people in the community can do to help you, or what are some things that'd be great for you?
And like I mentioned earlier, my biggest hurdle is getting in front of the people and being able to share this information. So if you're an influencer, if you are somebody that is always around people, you can be a person in the church community. You can be a person in the retirement senior citizen community. You can be a social worker. You can be a teacher. You can be whoever. If you are in that type of realm and you see a lot of people, reach out to me. Give them a number, that type of stuff, so that I can be able to help them, because, just like we were children, it took a village to raise us. It's going to take a village to save us from ourselves.
He said it takes a village to raise us, and it takes a village to say, bro, you wrote that one down. That was Yeah. That was a good one. All right, last two questions I always ask people. I love it. I love this question. I was with Emery Smith today, Emmett's brother. We were just talking about some things, man. Good people. I always ask this question. In your words, how do you become and remain successful? And success is different for everybody. But how do you become successful? And then how do you remain successful?
I think how you become successful is, like I mentioned earlier, just being open. Just being open and vulnerable to learning from everybody. I learn from my 9-year-old daughter every day. Learn a little humility. I learn, how to forgive. I learn a lot of stuff. And then how to, stay at that level. You just got to be uncomfortable in every situation as you're growing. Now, me, I'm not a, rah-rah person that's going to be in front of 10,000 people, right? But you think I'm going to get in front of 10,000 people? Yes, I am. Yeah, you go, bro. And I'm going to be sweating under the armpits, and that's okay. And that is okay. I'm fine with that. So those are two things, just keep learning and just pushing the envelope.
That's awesome, man.
And, playing sports, I kid all the time. My nickname was Bulldog, right? And they called me that because I was a little tenacious on the court or whatnot. And I tell my wife all the time, like, you really have to have a little bit of that tenaciousness in you, because, if you stop because of one person or whatever the situation is, you're not gonna pull through that. You're not gonna push through that brick wall.
You said Spud Webb. Spud Webb would have stopped every time somebody told him he was too short. He wouldn't be the Spud Webb we know.
Exactly.
Got that little dog in you, man.
Yep.
When do people become unsuccessful, or when do they fail? We talked about success, and you said have that drive, have that kind of bulldog in you. Just like, I'm gonna bullish, I'm gonna do it. When do people become unsuccessful and then fail?
This is another topic I always talk about, and it's pertaining to those that are coming close to retirement. They use the word retirement. I do not like that word. I'm not retiring. I am going to be moving to the next chapter of my life. I'm going to be evolving into something else. The same thing as success. You're not just going to get to a destination. It's going to be that journey. So do not stop because you getting a retirement check. Keep on enjoying the journey and keep growing. And that's what I would say. It's not the destination. It's the journey.
Man, that's so hard, because a lot of times we compare. We see somebody else's destination and we want to be there, but you don't know their story. You don't know their plight.
Nope.
You don't get my glory if you don't know my story. So Emery, I stole that from you this morning. I told you I was gonna say it. I got it. So hey, listen, this has been a great talk. Thank you so much for coming. This has been this is a dream for me. Being able to host a podcast and have people come in and let them share their story.
Yeah.
Let them share what they want to do and what they're doing and how they can help people. So thank you so much for helping in the community. Thank you so much for being. We need you.
Yeah.
You can't stop doing what you're doing.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
As we always say when we finish, you got to do these things. When you combine your passion with your purpose, you are powerful. Whenever I speak, wherever we go, I was at Council on Aging today, and I had to tell them, when you combine your passion with your purpose, you're powerful. If you don't know your purpose, call me. Let me know. JeremyRuffin.com, Jeremy Ruffin on Facebook or Instagram. Make sure that you reach out to me so we can help you find your passion. Tracy can definitely help you find your purpose. When you know your purpose, you'll be passionate about it, and everything you do will be powerful. It's been Jeremy Ruffin. This has been great. I'm excited about this podcast. Ruff talk. We talking about some rough stuff, but it's great. We're learning. Tracy, thank you so much. You're welcome to come anytime you want. Get a hold of them. Tell them again how they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, you can call me at 850-449-2070. That's the best way to contact me. And also you can visit me at Bay Bridge Insurance and Financial Solutions in Gulf Breeze. My team, we have over 60-something years of experience. I'm only 44, so there you go. I'm just saying though. I think we can cover all needs with healthcare and financial solutions. That's awesome. So 850-449-2070 is how you can contact.
That's great, Tracy. Thank you so much for your help. Remember, let Ruff Path not only help you find, but stay on the right path. It's Jeremy Ruffin, RWR Live 365. Go download the app. Saturdays from 2 to 3, go listen to the podcast. They are great. We're going to challenge you on YouTube and be on Facebook. We just want to change people's lives and let people know you can and you will be successful if you believe in what you're going to do. This is Coach Ruff with Ruff Path, Ruff Talk. We out.
I've been sick and tired, being sick and tired, searching far and wide for something that feels real. I need something that feels real. And I don't wanna lose my soul, chasing after things that don't lead me straight to you. And I'm lost in a feeling that I ain't from this world. But going back to Eden ain't gonna be easy, but it leads me straight to you. Now I'm running like the prodigal. I don't need the money, I don't want the fame.